I was sitting at my desk one morning when a text came in from my buddy Casey. He was returning from a trip to South Africa, and he was filling me in on a few of the details and letting me know that I would definitely be going with him on his next trip. I thought that would be pretty awesome, but to be honest though, I thought it would never happen. But before I knew it, Casey and I were on a plane, headed to South Africa. I could hardly believe it when we stepped off the plane. It had taken us 32 hours of travel, and it felt good to finally be shaking hands with Casey's good friend Hedod.
Hello.
How's it going?
Pleased to meet you. Welcome, in Africa.
He's our resident videographer and photographer.
Casey said it was important that I captured this all on
This time we're getting everything.
It was 3 more hours by car to get to the game reserve. The ride gave us a really good opportunity, though, to see the South African countryside. Hedod's passion for the outdoors became clear right away. I was very impressed with his vast knowledge of the area and the animals.
Very well. So when you and they feed in dense brush. These ones obviously because they eat leaves with a lip, you know, and then they get surprised because they're blind, you know, and then they charge at anything that surprises them.
The game reserve they took me to was the Pongola Game Reserve, and this place was amazing. Right out of the gate, I was amazed by the sheer number of animals I was seeing. It was far better than any zoo or animal theme park I had ever been to. The Pongola Game Reserve is 30,000 hectares, which is roughly 74,000 acres. Here you weren't seeing any animals fenced up in a small themed enclosure. You were seeing wild animals roaming free, and there were no barriers or fences between you and them. The accommodations at the Pongola Game Reserve were absolutely incredible. We each had our own little cabin, and we spent our meal times looking out over the beautiful reserve, where we could see various types of African game feeding along the Pongola River. And speaking of the meals, the food at Pongola had to be the very best I'd ever had, and most all the meat had been harvested right there on the reserve. The staff at Pongola was amazing. You could really see their commitment to customer service. They pretty much saw to our every need.
Mense wil lyk slank sien.
Lekker man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm well. I'm
Nice
Casey.
to meet you. Burtis, nice to meet you.
Curtis,
Casey.
nice to meet you.
No, he's still a legend. How are you, Catherine?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Almost can kiss you across the counter. How are you doing?
Really well, thank you.
Good. Yes,
And I'm Catherine.
Catherine, I'm Casey.
Casey.
Nice to meet you.
Casey,
Very
nice to meet you too. Welcome.
Have you met our friend Jason?
I have indeed. Yes. I believe you've been at Nkwazi.
Yes.
Having a good time so far?
Absolutely, a
Yeah?
great time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Always a good time.
Yeah, good.
Casey and Hedod had partnered up and were starting their own African safari business called Grey Ghost African Adventures. The plan was for me to come along on this particular trip and get some video and some photos that they would be able to use to help market their new venture.
Lunch. You didn't even know you caught it.
So far, I was telling Jason, so far the boats are much better fishermen than either of us.
Our days were spent exploring the reserve from a Toyota Land Cruiser. It was outfitted with seats in the back, which was great for looking out across the veldt and spotting game, which was never difficult. It seemed everywhere we went there was something to see. Giraffes, warthogs, zebra, wildebeest, impala, kudu, rhino, crocodiles, hippos, and Cape buffalo, just to name a few. In fact, one of the highlights of the trip is when we stalked into within 50 to 60 yards of a herd of Cape buffalo.
Herd of buffalo, Cape buffalo. Moving in a northerly direction. Got the wind in our face, perfect conditions. We're stuck in the shade. They're out in the sun. The shade gives us cover, no reflection. Perfect hunting conditions.
Casey and I have been good friends now for 2 to 3 years, so it was really awesome to be able to go on an adventure like this with him. And even though I was meeting Hedod for the first time, it seemed like it only took minutes before he felt like a longtime friend. He's right up there with being one of the best guys I've ever met, and his joking and laughter is definitely going to be one of the things I miss most about Africa. I want to thank both Casey and Hedod for making this truly an experience of a lifetime. Please take a moment and check out their Grey Ghost African Adventures YouTube and Facebook pages. You'll find links below in the description. It doesn't matter if your interest is hunting or sightseeing and photography. If Africa is on your bucket list, make sure you give Grey Ghost African Adventures a call. I hope you all enjoyed this brief look at my trip to Africa, and if you did, please leave a comment or a simple thumbs up would be great. And I'll see you again outside.